The trip to London of Anne Lister and Anne Walker is marred by friction. When Miss Walker confronts Anne about her financial borrowing, Anne refuses to introduce Anne to her society acquaintances, and simmering resentments on both sides of the relationship explode. The second season of Gentleman Jack has explored the difficulties of navigating a relationship in the early 19th century without a marriage certificate or a child as a bond, and with external forces, everyone's preconceptions and prejudices stacking up against them. Tensions over the Walker estate partition have been steadily building during season 2, with Miss Walker's tetchy brother-in-law Captain Sutherland doing his utmost to stall the process. Miss Walker and Miss Lister have both placed doubt on their relationship in the midst of the family feud, with the former confessing she wants to have children and the latter straying with her previous lover Mariana Lawton. So, in the Gentleman Jack season 2 finale, do Miss Walker and Miss Lister overcome their troubles, and does Captain Sutherland sign the Walker estate division? Continue watching to learn everything you need to know about season 2 episode 8. In season 2 episode 8, tensions over the Walker estate's partition showed no signs of diminishing. At the end of season 2 episode 7, Captain Sutherland traveled from Scotland in an attempt to persuade Miss Walker to reconsider her mind after discovering that the deeds to Crow Nest had been at Shibden Hall for months and clearly in Miss Lister's hands. When he saw it wasn't going to work, he embarked on a campaign to smear Miss Lister's name, telling Miss Walker's lawyer, Mr. Parker, that signing the division would be reckless given Miss Lister's unnatural hold over his sister-in-law. Captain Sutherland referenced to a case brought against two women in Edinburgh to demonstrate what he was getting at. Mr. Parker, on the other hand, was unconcerned, quickly pointing out that the case had been taken against a woman who had accused the two women of sexual impropriety and that she had been sued, and that Captain Sutherland may meet the same fate if he continued his slander. He further stated that it's not illegal for Miss Walker and Miss Lister to have such a connection, implying that Captain Sutherland had no legal basis for refusing Miss Walker the half share of the estate that was already hers. Captain Sutherland, on the other hand, was not about to give up so simply, and it was up to Miss Lister's lawyer, Mr. Gray, to deliver the same message. Mr. Gray appeared to be pondering the situation and weighing Captain Sutherland's request to hand over the Crow Nest deeds immediately. As a result, when Captain Sutherland stormed over to Shibden Hall to inform Miss Walker that he, Mr. Parker, and Mr. Gray were all on the same page and that she should accompany him and Elizabeth back to Scotland, Mr. Gray's decision remained a mystery. Now that I've spoken to them, Mr. Gray and Mr. Parker both have a much better grasp of what's going on here, and trust me when I say they were both surprised, he informed Miss Walker and Miss Lister. However, the Listers' footman Thomas knocked to announce Mr. Gray had arrived from York, causing Mr. Sutherland to stumble and Elizabeth to exclaim that he was lying all before it was shown that it was a different Mr. Gray, a landscape gardener from York, not Miss Lister's lawyer. Captain Sutherland, humiliated and defeated, signed the documents on the spot. Miss Lister and Miss Walker have had their share of problems in season 2. Things seemed to be getting worse in season 2 episode 8 when Miss Lister refused to let Miss Walker see her friends when they were in London looking for a master for Miss Walker's new school. I'm not going to be filtered for cash. We promised one another that our arrangement would be as good as marriage. You should have taken me to your friend's house on the way home, she told Miss Lister, and made it apparent that she believed something fishy had happened between Miss Lister and Mariana Lawton during her visit. Miss Lister, meanwhile, continued to dream of Mariana and had some harsh words for Miss Walker, telling the camera, the slightest thought that it is possible to separate is dangerous. She is both queer and dim-witted. And I'm worried about her intelligence. I'll have to make the best of it for the time being, and then maybe I'll be free once more. Miss Walker, on the other hand, stated her desire to go to York and settle out their wills after laying the first stone in front of a large crowd at Lister's Northgate Casino after Mr. Sutherland had signed the partition papers. I'm sorry for doubting it, she told Miss Lister as the episode came to an end, who replied, "Don't be. We are the only people in the whole world on earth who want us to be together. It won't be easy. It'll never be easy. But we're both still here, aren't we?" Miss Lister had nothing but contempt for her sister when she disclosed she was planning to marry rug manufacturer Mr. Abbott earlier in season 2, implying that she was marrying beneath her and that if it went forward, she'd have nothing to do with her. Marion said in season 2 episode 8 that everything had gone wrong with Mr. Abbott and that she was preparing to move to the family's little estate in Market Weighton with her father. However, it was evident that she was hiding something. Marion later refused to attend Miss Lister's Northgate Casino's stone-laying citing fears that the crowd would make rude remarks or throw things, before admitting she hadn't been completely honest about Mr. Abbott and that he had called things off after being taunted with the marriage announcement in the newspaper about Miss Walker and Miss Lister. He stated he couldn't connect with me any longer because people say things, she explained, before reiterating her desire to leave Shibden Hall. Miss Lister led Miss Walker to a church with a monument to a dead child she had once visited with Mariana Lawton, which had the words "in form and intellect most exquisite" etched on it on their way back from London early in Season 2 Episode 8. Miss Lister was compelled to wonder if, in another existence, what if it was me on the other end of the line? What if I'm the one who's supposed to be her? Before launching into a monologue about her oddity and how she's always stood out among the Listers, Miss Walker was then posed the following question: what if it's the child I'll never be able to give you? Most wonderful in both form and intelligence. Of course, how the couple navigates their relationship without a kid to bind them has been a major subject in Season 2, with Miss Walker expressing early in the season that she would like to have children, putting doubt on her relationship with Miss Lister. It was a touching scene and possibly Miss Lister's most vulnerable so far in Gentleman Jack.